If you're over 60, there's one silent threat that could be stealing your independence without you even noticing: muscle loss. Doctors call it sarcopenia, and it can begin as early as your 50s, accelerating with every passing year. You might think losing a little strength is just a natural part of aging, but here's the shocking truth. Research shows seniors with significant muscle loss are twice as likely to suffer falls, fractures, and long hospital stays, even worse. It doesn't just affect your arms or legs. Weak muscles can slow down your metabolism, weaken your immune system, and even impact your brain health. But here's the good news. Your plate could be your most powerful medicine. Scientists have discovered that certain vegetables contain unique compounds that can actually switch on the body's muscle-preserving mechanisms, rebuild strength, and protect your mobility for years to come. Today, I'll reveal 5 vegetables you should eat regularly if you're over 60 to stop muscle loss in its tracks, and the results may surprise you. Number 5. Carrots. Most people think of carrots only as the vegetable for your eyes, but when you're over 60, their role in protecting your muscles becomes far more important than most realize. Sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, is often fueled by chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and a slowdown in protein repair. Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, a nutrient directly tied to muscle cell regeneration and recovery. Without enough vitamin A, the body can't repair micro tears and muscle fibers, leaving seniors weaker, slower to heal, and more prone to injuries from everyday activities like lifting groceries or simply walking upstairs. But here's where carrots stand out. Multiple studies, including findings in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging, reveal that seniors with higher blood levels of carotenoids not only preserve muscle mass better, but also demonstrate stronger grip strength, faster walking speeds, and reduced frailty overall. This is because antioxidants, like beta-carotene, shield muscle tissue from free radical damage, the invisible process that accelerates aging at the cellular level. To picture how this works in real life, think of a 70-year-old man in Florida who had been experiencing weakness in his legs and difficulty rising from a chair without help. After joining a senior nutrition program where carrots and other carotenoid-rich foods were served weekly, he reported improved stamina after just a few months. He wasn't suddenly lifting weights like a young athlete, but his ability to walk longer distances without resting and even climb a flight of stairs without clutching the rail was proof of muscles being supported, not wasted away. Carrots also carry natural nitrates, which improve circulation by relaxing blood vessels. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, reducing fatigue and boosting endurance in daily life. So while a carrot may seem like a simple snack, it can be a silent protector against the creeping weakness that so many over 60 assume is just part of aging. Number 4. Spinach. When most people hear the word spinach, they picture Popeye cartoons or think of it as a bland side dish. But for seniors over 60, spinach is nothing short of a muscle-preserving powerhouse. This leafy green is packed with nitrates, which expand blood vessels and improve oxygen delivery throughout the body. And oxygen is exactly what your muscles need to contract, recover, and stay strong. In fact, a landmark study from the Journal of Gerontology showed that seniors who consumed spinach regularly could perform everyday tasks like standing from a chair or walking up a hill with far greater ease than those who rarely ate leafy greens. The researchers linked this directly to improved mitochondrial efficiency. Essentially, spinach helps your cells create more usable energy, meaning your muscles don't tire out as quickly. Beyond nitrates, spinach delivers magnesium, mineral that nearly 80% of seniors are deficient in. And without it, your muscles are far more prone to cramping, weakness, and nighttime spasms that disturb sleep. Magnesium also helps regulate calcium flow into muscle fibers, allowing for smoother contractions and less stiffness as you age. But what makes spinach uniquely effective against sarcopenia is its combination of plant-based proteins, vitamin K, and iron. Vitamin K supports bone strength by improving calcium absorption, which indirectly keeps your muscles working because bones and muscles rely on each other. Iron, on the other hand, carries oxygen through your blood, and low iron is one of the most overlooked causes of fatigue and weakness in older adults. Consider the story of a 68-year-old woman in Michigan who joined a clinical trial involving spinach smoothies 3 times a week. Before the program, She struggled with basic balance exercises, and even gardening left her exhausted. By the end of the study, not only did her leg strength measurably improve, but she reported fewer dizzy spells and more stable energy throughout the day. Researchers believe this is because spinach works on multiple levels, supporting circulation, strengthening bones, energizing cells, and fueling muscles. The beauty of spinach is its versatility. Whether sautéed lightly with garlic, blended into soups, or mixed raw into salads, it retains most of its powerful nutrients. And unlike expensive supplements, spinach is accessible and affordable, making it one of the simplest tools for seniors who want to fight back against muscle decline. The key is consistency. Eating spinach a few times per month won't create change, but building it into your weekly routine can dramatically protect mobility, independence, and quality of life after 60. Number 3. Broccoli. For decades, broccoli has been praised as a healthy vegetable. But when it comes to seniors over 60 fighting muscle loss, it plays a far more powerful role than most people realize. Broccoli is loaded with vitamin C, which is not only essential for a strong immune system, but also directly supports collagen production. Collagen is the scaffolding that keeps your muscles anchored to your bones, and without it, the entire framework of your body weakens. Seniors with higher vitamin C intake, according to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, have been shown to maintain significantly greater muscle mass and mobility compared to those with deficiencies. Broccoli also contains a sulfur-based compound that has been proven in multiple animal and human studies to reduce chronic inflammation and activate protective pathways in muscle tissue. This means broccoli doesn't just fuel your muscles, it helps defend them against the silent, destructive processes that accelerate with age. One of the most overlooked benefits of broccoli for older adults is its impact on mitochondria, the tiny batteries inside each of your cells. Sarcopenia often begins because mitochondria slow down, producing less energy, leaving muscles starved of the power they need to perform. Sulforaphane has been shown to recharge these batteries by turning on genes that regulate mitochondrial repair. In practical terms, this translates to more endurance when walking, fewer moments of sudden weakness, and the ability to recover faster after light exercise or physical therapy sessions. Broccoli is also one of the richest vegetable sources of calcium and vitamin K together, two nutrients critical for bone density. This matters because muscles cannot stay strong without a stable skeletal system to support them. In seniors, the partnership between bone and muscle health is often ignored. But the truth is that if you protect one, you indirectly protect the other. To bring this to life, think of an 80-year-old veteran from California who was enrolled in a diet improvement program after repeated falls left him unable to walk without assistance. His doctors increased his intake of cruciferous vegetables, especially broccoli, at least 4 times a week. Within 6 months, his balance had improved so much that he was walking with only a cane. The doctors noted his muscle density had increased slightly, but even more importantly, the markers of inflammation in his blood had dropped. This reduction in inflammation made his physical therapy sessions more effective, as his muscles could finally rebuild without constant oxidative stress, tearing them back down. Broccoli, in this case, wasn't a miracle cure. It was a foundation that allowed other healthy habits to work. And while many people overcook broccoli, stripping it of nutrients, light steaming, or even consuming it raw, in salads preserves its full potency. Adding a squeeze of lemon enhances iron absorption, while pairing it with olive oil boosts the availability of fat-soluble compounds like vitamin K for seniors over 60. Broccoli isn't just a side dish, it's a targeted defense against weakness, frailty, and dependence. By making it a consistent part of your weekly meals, you're giving your muscles one of the strongest shields nature can offer. Number 2. Kale. While broccoli and spinach are often at the top of the list for healthy greens, kale holds a unique position for seniors over 60 because of its unmatched nutrient density and its direct impact on muscle preservation. Kale is an exceptional source of vitamin K, which is not only critical for bone health, but also plays a hidden role in muscle metabolism. When bones remain strong, they provide the stable framework that muscles need to exert force efficiently, reducing the likelihood of falls and fractures. At the same time, kale is loaded with vitamin C, calcium, and a rare compound called quercetin. a powerful antioxidant that actively reduces inflammation inside muscle fibers. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the leading reasons seniors lose muscle even when they try to stay active, but kale helps quiet that process so muscle tissue can repair and grow stronger. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that seniors who included kale and other cruciferous vegetables in their diets maintained better leg strength and mobility tests compared to those who didn't, regardless of exercise habits. This makes kale one of the few foods that works behind the scenes. Protecting strength even when physical activity is limited, kale is also rich in alpha-lipoic acid, a nutrient that has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Matter for muscle. Because insulin is not just about blood sugar, it is also the hormone that signals your body to push amino acids, the building blocks of protein, into your muscles. Many older adults struggle with anabolic resistance, meaning their muscles stop responding as efficiently to protein from food. Kale helps counteract this resistance by improving how the body shuttles nutrients into cells. In real terms, that means the protein you get from eggs, beans, or lean meats works harder for you when kale is part of the meal. Seniors who include kale regularly report not only better endurance, but also fewer energy crashes during the day, because their muscles are actually fueled instead of starving between meals. Consider the example of a 66-year-old retiree in Arizona who began adding kale smoothies into her diet after suffering repeated fatigue and weakness during her daily walks. Within 3 months, she noticed her walking distance increased without the same heavy tiredness in her legs, and blood tests revealed improved markers of inflammation and blood sugar control. Her physical therapist reported that her muscle engagement during strength sessions had improved, likely because her muscles were finally absorbing and using nutrients effectively. Kale essentially unlocked her nutrition, making the rest of her healthy lifestyle far more effective. What makes kale even more practical is its versatility. Unlike other greens, it retains its nutritional value, whether consumed raw, steamed, sautéed, or baked into chips. When combined with a small amount of healthy fat like avocado or olive oil, its fat-soluble vitamins are absorbed at higher rates, delivering maximum benefit to aging muscles. For seniors fighting sarcopenia, kale is not just a trendy soup. It is a strategic weapon that supports bone strength, muscle metabolism, and overall resilience in the face of aging. Number 1. Brussels sprouts. At first, many seniors roll their eyes at Brussels sprouts, remembering them as the bitter little cabbages they were forced to eat as kids. But modern science has completely reshaped how we see this vegetable. And, for those over 60, it deserves the number 1 spot for protecting muscle and fighting. Brussels sprouts are part of the cruciferous family, but they stand out because they contain one of the richest natural sources of glucosinolates, which the body converts into sulforaphane. This compound has been studied extensively for its ability to activate NRF2, a protein that switches on your body's own antioxidant defense system. Why does that matter for seniors? Because as you age, oxidative stress builds up inside muscle tissue, damaging mitochondria, the power plants of your cells. When mitochondria weaken, muscles can no longer generate energy efficiently, leaving you exhausted and unable to rebuild strength. Sulforaphane essentially recharges this system, giving aging muscles the ability to recover and regenerate instead of breaking down year after year. Beyond sulforaphane, Brussels sprouts deliver a rare and powerful synergy of vitamin C, vitamin K, and plant-based omega-3s in the form of alpha-linolenic acid ALA. Vitamin C, as mentioned earlier, is crucial for collagen synthesis, which binds muscle fibers to bones and prevents frailty. Vitamin K not only strengthens bones, but also prevents calcium from depositing in arteries, keeping blood vessels flexible so oxygen-rich blood can reach your muscles. The omega-3s found in Brussels sprouts reduce muscle inflammation, similar to fish oil, but in a plant form that is easy to digest and incorporate into a daily diet. A long-term study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that older adults who consumed cruciferous vegetables at least 4 times a week showed significantly less muscle wasting and better performance in mobility tests compared to those who rarely ate them. Brussels sprouts were highlighted as particularly effective because of their unique nutrient balance. There's also growing evidence that Brussels sprouts influence gut health, which indirectly impacts muscle strength. The fiber in these small green powerhouses feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These compounds reduce systemic inflammation and improve nutrient absorption, meaning your muscles actually get more of the protein and vitamins you eat. For seniors who often struggle with reduced digestion efficiency, this can be the difference between meals that simply pass through and meals that actively rebuild the body. Imagine being in your 70s and realizing that by adding just 1 or 2 servings of Brussels sprouts each week, you're not only easing digestion, but also fueling your muscles with nutrients that fight weakness at its root. A striking example comes from a clinical nutrition program in Boston, where a group of seniors aged 65 to 80 were asked to include Brussels sprouts in their diet twice a week for 6 months. At the start, many of them reported muscle fatigue, poor balance, and difficulty carrying out simple daily tasks like climbing stairs. By the end of the study, physical assessments showed measurable gains in lower body strength and improved stability scores, reducing their risk of falls. One participant, a 74-year-old man who had suffered a fall the previous year, reported that after the program he was able to carry his groceries up a flight of stairs without stopping for the first time in years. The doctors leading the study concluded that cruciferous vegetables, particularly Brussels sprouts, offer a kind of cellular armor for seniors, protecting both muscles and bones simultaneously. In practical terms, Brussels sprouts don't have to be the soggy, boiled side dish of childhood. Roasting them at high heat caramelizes their natural sugars, creating a nutty flavor while preserving nutrients. Pairing them with garlic or a splash of balsamic vinegar not only enhances taste, but also supports nutrient absorption. For seniors looking to maximize their diet without relying solely on supplements, Brussels sprouts represent one of the most powerful natural defenses against age-related muscle decline. They are small, affordable, and available year-round, yet their impact on muscle health is profound. If you're serious about staying strong, mobile, and independent after 60, Brussels sprouts are the vegetable you cannot afford to ignore. As we've seen, each of these 5 vegetables, carrots, spinach, broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts, plays a unique and powerful role in protecting seniors over 60 from the silent thief of independence, muscle loss, while supplements and medications often promise quick fixes. The truth is that your kitchen holds some of the most reliable, evidence-backed tools to keep you strong, steady, and resilient. Every bite of these vegetables works quietly inside your body, reducing inflammation, recharging your cells, strengthening bones, and fueling muscles so they can support you through the years ahead. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need exotic powders or expensive pills. You need consistency, variety, and the wisdom to let food work as medicine. For seniors over 60, muscle strength is more than just lifting weights or climbing stairs. It's the very foundation of independence. It's being able to garden without pain, walk with your grandchildren, or carry groceries without fear of falling. By adding these 5 vegetables into your weekly meals, you're not just fighting sarcopenia, you're investing in more years of active, confident living. The earlier you begin, the more protection you build. But it's never too late to start. So the question becomes, how will you bring these foods into your life? Maybe it's roasting carrots with olive oil, blending spinach into a morning smoothie, steaming broccoli with dinner, tossing kale into a fresh salad, or roasting Brussels sprouts on a Sunday night. Each small step compounds into a stronger, more capable body. And that's the real secret. Consistency turns ordinary meals into extraordinary medicine. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Do you already eat these 5 vegetables regularly, or is there one you're excited to try this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe for more senior health tips that can truly change the way you age. Remember, food is not just fuel, it's protection, it's strength, and it's one of the best gifts you can give yourself